this special edition of FNN. First up, we're going to kick off November with our Beta Club's annual Thanksgiving food drive. Here's more information.
I'm excited to announce that our school is partnering with the Charlotte Rescue Mission to support those in need through a Thanksgiving food drive. This is a wonderful chance for each of us to make a difference and help people right here in our community. Every time we collect, it goes directly to families served by the mission. The rescue mission has specific needs, so each grade has been assigned particular items to bring in. To ensure we're helping as effectively as possible, please bring in exactly what your grade level has asked to collect. This helps us build a balanced and nutritious meal for families to enjoy together on Thanksgiving. Kindergarten, please bring in small packing boxes. First grade, second grade, and third grade, bring in 14-ounce box of boiled and bagged rice. Fourth grade, bring in 4-ounce can of cranberry sauce. Fifth grade, bring in 6-ounce bag of stovetop stuffing mix. Sixth grade, bring in 29-ounce can of whole kernel corn and 1 package of turkey gravy. Seventh grade, bring in small packing box. Eighth grade, bring in 38 ounces of canned green beans. Ninth grade, bring in 29-ounce can of whole kernel corn and 1 package of turkey gravy. 10th grade, bring in 6-ounce graham cracker pie crust. 11th and 12th grade, 21-ounce cherry or apple pie filling, and admin members 40-ounce can of cut sweet yams. Let's all come together and do our best to make this food drive a success. Please remember, sticking to these items is key. Every item you bring makes a difference, so thank you in advance for showing kindness and generosity. Please bring your items in over the next 2 weeks. We will meet together later this month during a community day to build the boxes. If you have any questions about what to bring in, please check with your teachers or ask a Beta Club member. Let's make a big impact for the Charlotte Rescue Mission.
Thanks for that update. It's great that Fletcher gives back to our community each year by providing meals for families in need. Next up, we're going to learn more about tomorrow's election from our upper school civics classes.
If you make a mistake, how should I don't you leave early? Make sure you vote.
The election in the United States is on November 5th, so you need to have an understanding of why you should vote.
And how to vote. To vote in North Carolina, you must be a North Carolina citizen and the country where you live for at least 30 days before the election, and you must be 18 years of age.
You're probably wondering where you can find information.
You can find it on their campaign website,
The White House website,
and the U.S. government website.
In addition, attending the candidate events to understand more about the candidate who are running.
Attending the events will give you more information about what the needs and wants of the Democrats or Republicans want.
Some issues people are dealing with in today's society are strengthening the economy,
reducing healthcare costs, and
Reducing the crime rate,
improving education,
reducing the availability of illegal drugs,
immigration, and the border.
Trump says that crime is a big problem in the U.S., and Kamala wants to protect our fundamental freedoms.
in most cases, you will need a driver's license or a state ID to register to vote.
If you do not have either of those, you can provide them with the other documents such as utility bill or bank statement.
Not cheap.
You are also probably wondering how you can vote. You can vote by requesting a ballot by mail.
But the most common way is in person.
There are many ways to analyze political information, but how to do it critically is the hard part.
For example, you can either figure out what the main issue is or the main question.
In order to do that, you need to find reliable information, evaluate data, think about other points of view, think of your realistic conclusion, and think of your solutions, and think about all the different things you found out and learn from it.
Think about how these things you found and if they will either help you or harm the country.
This activity is a Jeopardy game and you can play along.
Now let's get started. Team 1, what question would you guys like to ask?
Can I have column 6 or 600?
You sure can. The last step in the voting process.
You have to scan your ballot.
Correct! Team 2, what would you like to ask?
May I do column 2 for 200?
You sure can. True or false? A person can be 15-year-olds to vote.
False.
Correct! Team 1, what would you like to ask?
Can I have column 2 for 400?
You sure can. Document needed to vote in North Carolina.
You need a valid photo ID.
Correct! Team 2, what question would you like to ask?
May I have column 5 for $800?
Sure. Qualifications to vote.
You must be 18 years old, U.S. citizens, and can't be incarcerated or serving probation.
Correct! Team 1,
Can I have column 2 for 800?
you sure can. General Election Day 2024.
November 5th.
Correct! Team 2,
Can I get column 3 for 200?
you sure can. True or false? You have to pay a tax to vote.
False.
Correct! Team 1,
Can I have column 4 for 600?
you sure can. Disabled voters can use...
Curbside voting.
Correct. Next,
May I have column 4 for $1,000?
you sure can. Other options besides voting at a polling place.
Absentee ballot.
Correct! Thanks for playing with us.
There are many things to know about the elections, like the difference between unofficial and official results, common misconceptions surrounding election results, and much more important information contributing to the election.
If you look at election results on the night of the election, you must remember that this number is not final. There are many laws and processes across the states for finalizing the results. Now you may be asking, why aren't these results final? Well, each state has different rules on how or when votes can be counted. In some states, votes cannot be counted on the day of, and there are many ballots to be counted. This means it takes more than a day to count all the ballots. Also, the election results can be challenged, and any candidate has the right to challenge the results. We will only have the final results after all the ballots are counted. So remember, when you see the election poll number, remember, it is not a projection that the media has created, and it's not the final result. Another big misconception is that if the results are not shown in November, something is wrong. This is not the fact. It just takes a while for the whole process to work.
Knowing the process of counting ballots could be significant in knowing when and how you want to vote. In person, if you use paper ballots, the box that hold the ballots will be sealed and taken to a counting center, although using a machine will take the data to a counting center. At the same time, mail-in ballots are a little bit more complicated. Depending on the state, if you can be counted differently. Most states will allow people to mail in their ballots before or after the poll closes, with 10 allowing mail-ins to be counted before Election Day. After this, every vote is carefully counted multiple times and then sent to verified. After that, they will be sent off to check for certification. Finally, the local jurisdiction will go through all votes to clarify that they are all present and counted properly. Once they all go through all the verification process, the only people who are allowed to release the results are the election officials.
There are two different types of results: unofficial results and official results. These may sound like the same thing, but they are very much not. Unofficial results are results released that are not always accurate and are projections or estimates of what the official result of the election might be. Official results are accurate and final results of the election. These results are released once all votes have been traditionally counted by professionals. Unofficial results are not final, nor are they authorized or acknowledged by the government. However, official results are. Unofficial results are released the night of the election, unlike official results, which are often released after several days after the election night. However, that official day being January 6th.
On election day, some will say that the precinct reporting is at 100%. However, this isn't true. The majority of the votes haven't been counted yet. In order to understand precinct reporting, you have to know how many votes have actually been counted. Principals can only count the votes at their precinct and have not yet counted mail-in ballots, which will affect the voting results.
Knowing all this information is important because we need to know about the current election and for more elections in the future.
Remember, Tuesday, November 5th is election day, and we will hear more about this election over the next few weeks. Have a great week.